Hey, hi my crafty friends. Happy Sunday crafternoon. My name is Dawn Bourgette. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who loves to share all the things, stamps, inks, and paper and bling. Today is Sunday, July the 27th, and this is, I believe, Facebook Live number 195 since I've been numbering them. Or is it 196? Now I have to check. I work about a week ahead and sometimes I just lose my marbles. Oh my goodness. It is actually 196. Holy smokes. Where does the time go, right? Seems like we just had Sunday yesterday. Unreal. Anyway, as the summer slips by us, I love to share all the things. And today we're going to go the route of Christmas. I know, right? Don't hate the messenger. But we're about 6 months away from the holiday, so it's about that time of the year where I start thinking about all my holiday. Halloween, Christmas, everything in between. So we're going to start playing because before you know it, our new holiday mini catalog will be here, which is pretty exciting, along with new online exclusives. And speaking of that, on Tuesday or Wednesday, the 30th, Wednesday, 30th of July, as a demonstrator, we'll be able to go ahead and have a sneak peek at all the goodies out of the holiday mini catalog and also the new September online exclusives. So if you want to be a part of that and be able to order all these new products a month in advance on August 5th, go ahead and join my team and be a part of the fun. And yeah, you'll be able to get the discount on the product and be able to order it early, which is one of the great things, a great perk about being a demo, along with the fact that even though we're getting the discount, we get the Stampin' Rewards on the retail amount. Yeah, it's really good. Excuse me. Anyway, I got frogs in my throat. Just a reminder, if there's anything that you would like to shop for today, there's the URL to my online store. And also go there if you just like to check out about being a demonstrator. If you have any questions, reach out to me and I'd be happy to share that with you. And also, in case you haven't done so already and you'd like to be a part of my newsletter, go ahead and open up the phone or open up your camera on your phone. I do that every time. Open up the camera on your smartphone, point it to the QR code, and bam, it reads a link for you to tap on your screen, and it will take you directly to where you need to go ahead and sign up. So it takes just a couple of minutes. It's really cool. I love QR codes. I remember years ago, I was learning about QR codes before they really became a thing. And I thought to myself, and they kind of fizzled for a while, then all of a sudden everybody's using QR codes. So I was told that they were going to be like the greatest thing since sliced bread. They kind of are. They're pretty cool. Let's see, I'm going to make sure, yep, I'm where I need to be. Coolness. All right, so we're rocking and we're rolling. Also, just a reminder, you guys, of where you can find me online. Of course, if you found me here on accident, a happy accident. My gosh, I cannot talk today. Hi, Lisa. Happy Sunday crafternoon. I'm glad that you're here. And also, if you are just lurking for me because you watch me every week, I love that as well, and welcome. And make sure you say hello and let me know where you're viewing from. I love to see where I'm reaching out to. I also have a community on Facebook, which is Dawn's Creative Chalet Community. So go ahead and join us over there as well. My YouTube channel is Dawn's Creative Chalet. Make sure to hit the bell to get all the notifications when you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you know of other crafty friends that would enjoy my content of paper crafting and all the blingy things, go ahead and share that with them as well. I totally appreciate you guys. And of course, my blog, which is dawnscreativechalet.com. Once we're done here, I'll go ahead, I'll load everything to my blog within about a half hour after we're done here. You'll see all the links and all the photos of the projects that we do every single week. So check that out as well. And if you're over there, go ahead and leave a comment so I know that you have stopped. Yeah, I love to see where people are roaming around at online, right? I'm the stalker. And also, of course, my online store, in case you like any of the things that we're using today. I do have to say, with the Christmas that we're doing today, I found it a little challenging because normally I always base my projects off of designer series paper and then drawing the colors out of the paper that we have. But right now we don't have a new and current designer series paper for Christmas and the holidays. So, hey, Evelyn, hello, happy Sunday afternoon. Hey, Lisa, over in Wisconsin, across the lake, hello. I'm over in Ludington, home of the SS Badger. That goes across to Manitowoc. So I feel like I have a really good connection with Wisconsin. And I have a lot of friends over there in the Green Bay, Appleton area. I used to go to crops every fall over there. So I do love like it would be, you see, the western for us, so the eastern side of Wisconsin. I'm pretty popular too, all up and down the Lake Michigan shoreline, since I'm just a couple miles from Lake Michigan. But we cannot see Wisconsin from here, contrary to people's belief. And by the way, and this is a total squirrel moment, but I used to be an innkeeper in my former life. Now, I've been retired for about 4 years. But anyway, where was I going with this? I don't even remember. Other than the fact that I just love the eastern side of Wisconsin because of driving through and driving up. You're in Appleton. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Love it. Yeah, that's a great area. That's a fun area. There's a lot of really cool places there. And besides, they make a lot of paper in Wisconsin, I believe. So how can you not love that side of Wisconsin? And also, I love the term supper club that you guys use. Like, it's not a bar, it's a supper club. It just sounds so ritzy. I love it. I just love Wisconsin. Also, let's see, what else? Pinterest. I'm over there as well, you guys. So make sure to go ahead and follow along and share all the fun stuff there as well. So upcoming events here at the chalet. We had Starbucks already. See, we're kind of scrolling down. Actually, no, we haven't had Starbucks yet. That's right. So there's 1 week less in between. So this is creeping up on us fast. Hey, Annette, happy Sunday afternoon. Thanks for popping on and watching. Anyway, so we have Starbucks coming up. So Starbucks is a free sip and stamp craft. So if you are local to the Ludington, Michigan area, I do this every first Friday of the month unless there's a holiday, but it looks like the rest of the year we're golden. It'll be the first Friday of the month because Labor Day is going to be early this year, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I do this an awful lot, then I eat crow later when I'm live. You know, it's just one of those things. Anyway, so we'll have Starbucks Sip and Stamp on Friday, August 1st from noon until 2. All you need to do, the requirement is bring a smile and a friend if you'd like. Otherwise, make some new friends or see some friends that you've made previous coming to the event. But I'm there for at least 2 hours. Normally I'm there early because you guys know me and the table. Anyway, and I'm there noon to 2. So I'd love to have you join us. It's a lot of fun. Besides, it's not fun sitting by myself. So I'm all about gathering the friends. Also, creative card class is coming up on Thursday, the 14th of August. Just to give you a quickie, sneaky peeky, it's going to be the Impression of Blooms suite, which is a lot of fun. And it's $30 or free with a minimum order. And then coming up towards the end of August, we have a product inclusive class, which will include the designer series paper, which is Boho Vibes, a full pack, the muted palette dots, and linen thread. And there's a sneaky peeky at that. And let's see here, what else? Then coming up on September 4th, so we're going to have an extra, how do I want to call it, an extra event in September. On September the 4th, I believe. Let me double check myself. Yep, September 4th, Thursday, 10 a.m. or 6:30 p.m. We're going to have a holiday catalog kickoff party. And again, it's a lot like the creative card class where it's $30 or free with the minimum order. What we do for that, we have a big party, basically. And we check out all the new products. I'll have as many of the new products as I can get my hands on so that you guys can see and play. We're going to create with all new products for the holiday season between the September online exclusives and the 2025 holiday mini catalog. It's pretty awesome. So I've got a little sneak peek on some of the online exclusives, and they're beautiful, very classic, and I'm so excited. Like, of course, I'm always excited. I just love new products, and I fall in love with everything. That's my problem. I have an addiction to paper, ink, and stamps. Let's see here. So we have the holiday catalog kickoff coming up, and we'll have snacks, stamp, and like I said, check out all the new products. And I love to get involved in swaps with other demonstrators. So I try to have at least 100 samples available and made for you guys by the time you get here on September the 4th for the kickoff. Because there's nothing like seeing new product, but also getting inspiration with that product as well. So you know what to do with it, which is a lot of fun. And then as we get into September as well, after we have the, let's see here, we have the Sip and Stamp on the 5th, but the holiday catalog event, the parties on the 4th. So the 4th, the 5th, then we get into the latter part or the middle part of September, and we have the creative card class coming up on September 11th. And then the end of September, the 25th, will be another product-based class. But I'm kind of holding off on that as far as what we're going to do because of all this new product coming out. I think we're going to start kicking into gear using new product because we can, right? I mean, that's the fun of it. Also, just to remind you guys, I am part of the Bundle of the Month, the video class that we offer every single month. It's myself and 15 other demonstrators. I had to think about this. Yes, there's 16 projects total. So it's a video class that we offer, a tutorial. So much fun, you guys. So I have some of you who are collecting these every single month, which I love, and they're very addicting. There's 16 different projects with some beautiful stamping. I'm part of a great group of talented ladies, and we put together this bundle of the month every month. Every month. Yeah, duh. Oh, Dawn. Anyway, it includes color photos, all the measurements, and video instruction for all 16 projects. So there's just a couple of days left to get your hands on this. For July, we're featuring the Sunshine Vibes Suite Collection, which is a lot of fun. And I'm just going to say August is just as awesome as July. So stay tuned for that. I'll be posting what that will be on August 1st. This is like a $30 value that I give out for free with any order that's $75 or more. So just something you might want to think about. And for those of you, by the way, who placed orders Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday during free shipping, thank you so much. And you automatically received that bundle of the month because of that purchase requirement. So not only did you get a great deal with free shipping, but then you also got the bundle of the month tutorial, which is pretty amazing. Also, just to remind you guys of Paper Pumpkin for August, make sure you sign up by the 10th of the month, and they're going to be giving out an additional stamp set in the kit for free. So if you have not been part of Paper Pumpkin, I think that they're getting better and better. Like this last one, the one with all the strawberries. Oh my gosh, I had to get 2 more refills because I just love this kit so much. And I think it's going to be a great kit to use at Starbucks, hint, hint. So if you just want to get a little sampling of what Paper Pumpkin's all about, it comes to your mailbox every single month, and it's just a kit full of fun for a couple hours of creativity where something is already prepped and ready to go for you, which I love myself because normally I'm the one prepping classes. So I like it when someone preps for me. I'm a little selfish. What can I say? But it is a lot of fun and they've come a long way with Paper Pumpkin. So I just want to let you know that the August kit is going to offer an additional stamp set and it's called Farmhouse Florals. It will be cards, making 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. And these are the colors that is a hint that will be included in the kit for August. And then just to remind you guys, I know I sound like a broken record every single week, but I'm really telling you, go ahead and check out the online exclusives. There's a lot of cool stuff in my online store, things that you won't see in a catalog. And they're doing more and more and more of this. And if you guys are following along with me every week, you're noticing that there's a pattern here. So we have the annual catalog that comes out in May. And then we have the holiday book that comes out in September. And then we have the all occasion mini catalog, as I call it, because I'm old school. I've been around for almost 15 years. That will come out in January. And then every other month, we have new product coming through online exclusives. So, yeah, it's to the point where I'm getting confused on what's been released when. I need to start marking this stuff on my stamp sets. But it's a good thing, and I love that we're consistently getting fresh new products, which keeps things kind of fun and exciting, right? Anyway, so just remind you of that. This is one of the most popular ones that we've had, which is a Charming Day, I believe they're calling it, the Charming Day Sweet Collection, which is beautiful with some gorgeous paper. This doesn't do it any justice. My printer is kind of wonky. But anyway, just to show you that. But there is a lot more, and this is like 6 pages of stuff. I know I've shown this every single week, but again, there's birthday, Halloween, Christmas is starting to appear, and we're going to work with something today that was introduced the first part of this month. But yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. I'm so excited that this year they got Halloween out early. And if you guys haven't checked out our Halloween products in the online store, it's a must. If you love Halloween. And our designer series paper pack, the spooky, I'm not sure the name of it, spooky Halloween, that whole sweet collection. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Like, I just love it. Also, just to remind you guys, the live event has already happened, but the virtual album retreat is still available, as far as I know, as far as checking yesterday on this. So it's been recorded, so you can watch it over and over and over. You can stop it when you need to, if you need to catch up on a layout. So they've recorded it in 12 segments. So it's like a layout for each, or how should I put this? It's been recorded so it's each 2-page spread. So there's 12. And so when you purchase this, you're automatically invited. You get a link in your email box inviting you to a private Facebook group where all of these recorded instructions are at. I know, though, that Facebook has changed things a little bit. So, and they're aware as well. It's Stampin' Up. So once the 30 days since this started on the, what was it, the 16th, I believe, 16th, 17th, and 18th. So during that time period, 30 days from then, Facebook is going to take them off. But what's really cool is that they were recorded. So from there, you'll need to still stay in this private Facebook group because they'll be including all 12 links, private links for you to still go ahead and be able to access this. So it's evergreen, basically, for you to use over and over and over if you'd like. Or even if, you know, you participated like I did in person, but you want a refresher on a certain technique or layout, you have it available to you. Hi, Margene. Hey, Diane. Happy Sunday Crafternoon. Thanks for popping on and saying hi. And I know that this won't do this any justice, but every single layout that we did had some kind of either technique or there was like an interactive portion to it. And I know I was showing last week one of the pages that had an what do we call that? An explosion book, which is right on the layout. And I know you can't see it. It looks flat. It looks just like there's just a picture, right? With a mat or two. But this actually opens up 3 different times, like flip, flip, flip. It's so cool, you guys. There's a lot of neat things that are going on with the flip flaps. Like I said, the explosion book, techniques such as blending and using stamps a little bit more and blending in your scrapbook pages. All kinds of fun things, lots of pockets and interactive things. So if you're into that kind of thing, if you're new to scrapbooking, I think that this is something that is available to do. Well, I mean, not available, but I think I'm like lost for words today. Isn't it crazy? And I've had like a really tall coffee today, which is probably actually my problem. But anyway, no matter what level you are at with your paper crafting and scrapbooking abilities, I think this would cover all bases. And like I said, they're all recorded, so you can stop, you can listen again, you can listen 3 times if you need to catch up on something, which is really nice. Okay, and last but not least, before we get started, just to remind you guys, after we're done here, up above on Facebook or below, if you're watching this on YouTube as a replay, you're going to find a link for this. This is what I call the recipe or the supply list for the projects for today. So there's just some helpful links here for you. I didn't print the entire thing off, but then there's also thumbnails and links to all the products that we're using today. So it's very helpful in case you like to go shopping with me after the fact. So I will have that link available also on my blog. So here on Facebook up above, down below on YouTube as a replay, or over on my blog. And you'll be able to grab that up. Whoops, I'm dropping things all over the floor. It's getting crazy in here. We're getting to be crazy stampers. Okay, so you guys, you may have seen in my link, this is what we are going to feature today. This is called Jar of Joy. Now, I mentioned that this is a bundle. It is not a bundle. It is, but it isn't. So basically, this came out first with this. So it was an option that you could purchase the punch with the stamp set and make it a bundle. This came out back in, I don't remember now, March, maybe. And I love bundles, but specifically I love when we get a new punch. Punches are so easy, right? I mean, I love my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, but punches are just easy, super easy. And they're my go-to. So anyway, this is what came out first that you could have as a option as a bundle. And then first part of July, this stamp set was introduced that still coordinates with the Sweet Jar Builder Punch. And there's the item number in case you'd like to grab it. Anyway, so I've been eyeing this since I got it, and it's been sitting on my shelf, and I'm like, okay, it's time. We need to do something with this. But again, like I was explaining earlier, I really have a hard time myself as far as creating without having a direction with a designer series paper, which normally we would have by now. I don't know why when we got the July release of product in the online store, there obviously is a reason somewhere why we didn't get any designer series paper to go with it. So with that, I thought, oh boy, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for me because I always rely on the DSP to try to make this work without having anything current other than there's that greenery, I can't remember the name of it, paper that I know is available. But it really wasn't suiting my taste with this particular stamp set. The feel of it just wasn't working for me. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to get a little creative here. So that's what we're doing today. So we're using this. This is a photopolymer stamp set, by the way, which I love because they're see-through stamps. See, I showed you this already. We're also using today, and I've already pre-cut and all that fun stuff. We are using the Stylish Shapes, which is a must if you haven't gotten them already. Oh, are you Lisa? I think it's a cool set, and you're gonna have the cutest Christmas cards. And I hope today I can inspire you to maybe, I don't know, use something that we're doing today towards your Christmas card. We'll see. But if not, that's okay too. Also, on one of the cards, I decided to use these. You're like, well, that's kind of weird. That's more like Valentine's Day. But no, it's a cool set. I love hearts. In fact, this I think is a set that I'm just going to hold dear. I love basic shapes, right? Because they can go on endlessly. They're evergreen, all that fun stuff. But anyway, we're using this heart and this heart today, and this heart as well. But I love this set from the Hearts of Elegance. These are called the Hearts of Elegance dies. So we're going to use those on a card as well. And then there's also this big guy. This thing is huge. It's big. We're coming out with some of these 3D embossing folders that are, what is the measurement on this thing? I should know. 6 inches by 8.5. It's made for the scrapbooking community as well. So I love this, but we're using this on one of the cards just to give us some texture because I'm all about that, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. And by the way, I'm still holding true to the fun fold. We're going to leave that for last to do that with you guys. So I have 3 cards for you, one of them being a fun fold. All right. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you as well, as far as paper that we're using, this is Nests of Winter. This is a pack of the 12 by 12 paper that has carried over from last year. That's in our annual catalog, also online. And if you see the birds, if you've been part of Stampin' Up! For at least a year, creating, you know the pack of paper for sure, because it's been around for a little over a year now. So I thought, well, this would be good. It's kind of Christmassy, wintry, so I wanted to use that. Then I was also, my gosh, grasping at straws. What else can I use? This is the Regal's pack of 6x6 designer series paper. There's the item number down there for you in case you'd like to grab it. And I used the Real Red and the Garden Green prints out of this. It's a fun pack of paper. I love the prints that they chose this year. There's a pack for each color family and each family in colors as well. So kind of fun. So that's what we're using today for the most part. So if you guys are kind of wondering, that's what we got wrapped up. Let's see here. Let's do this card first. Grab all my bits and pieces. So again, this designer series paper is from Nests of Winter. At least I believe it is. I'm going to grab my little cheat sheet. So I have all the measurements here for you guys because my brain, I don't trust it. Okay. All kinds of goodies. Oh, isn't it? It's a beautiful set of paper, isn't it, Lisa? I love it. It's gorgeous. I'm going to read the rest of what you were saying here. So Lisa says, I just got the DSP. I was excited because I got the last chance bundle before it was gone. Good for you. Yay. Happy to have the matching DSP, another Christmas card option. Yes, for sure. I agree. Okay, guys, so this is a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock scored at 4 1/4. And then, of course, you know me, I always have to have the liner inside the card. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. It's our basic white cardstock. Whoop, get that out of my way there. And I have my little bottle that I put the green glue in here somewhere. It will appear. It's just kind of buried. so I thought I'll just grab the original bottle. But I do, and you guys have seen my little hack of, oh, here's one right here, right in front of my face. So I put this into here because I like the fine tip, but I love this glue. So it helps me keep control of the glue so it doesn't go all over the place. Because if you guys have worked with that green glue, it comes out really fast sometimes, and sometimes it's kind of a pain, needless to say. So I hate to put glue on these cute little birdies, but we're going to. Sorry guys, we're covering you right up because we need some snow. And by the way, the measurement of the basic white, let's see here, is 5 1/4 by 4. The Snowflake Designer Series paper is 5 by 3 3/4. And then I also have, oh, I see what I did. I was like, why on earth did I have, never mind. Talking to myself, it's okay. We also have 2 strips of Designer Series paper. The stripe is cut at 5 by 1/2. The birchwood is cut at 5 by 3/4 inch. All right. And let's see here. Oh, the stylish shapes I'm using on this card is the big circle and also the banner. I cut 2 because in case I have a boo-boo. I always do that now because I never know. Hey, Pat. Oh, my goodness sakes. Hello. Happy Sunday crafternoon, and I miss you. And I hope you're doing okay and you're on my mind often. We need to get together, girl. Okay. By the way, you guys, Pat, who probably will run away when I say this, but Miss Pat Tanis is the lady who was my very first demonstrator buying Stampin' Up! Products. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what year it was. It was a long time ago. And it's her fault that I'm hooked. And I love every minute of it. And I love her very much. She's a beautiful person inside and out. Okie dokie. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and layer these together. But I think before I do, I want to, well, you know what? Let's do this. We will do this. We will. We're just going to be adventurous. So I just want to make sure you guys can see the circle is tucked behind this Designer Series paper. So I don't want to get, oh my gosh, come on, glue. Work, 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 work. There we go. Anyway, I don't want to get too much glue on this because I'm going to tuck that circle underneath here. Did she? Yeah, that's right, Evelyn. She did. That's right, because we talked about that, didn't we? Yeah. Yep. She got us all hooked. Hook, line, and sinker. And like I said, I love every minute of it. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to layer this on top of this birch piece just slightly. And then before this glue dries, because I'm not going to stamp directly on this, let's go ahead, get some glue on here. And then we're just going to tuck this circle underneath because that's going to make life a lot easier. So we're going to go, whoops, go ahead and tuck that right there. Perfect. Okie dokie. Now I have gone ahead and I stamped the jar and I cut it out or punched it out with the Sweet Jar Bundle Punch. Okay. And I'm going to show you the stamp set again. There's even this cute little jar topper, and that is punched out by using that guy right there. And I always, by the way, like to, and I should have, and I think I have something I'm going to punch a little bit, but I always use my punches upside down so I can see them, right? I have a visual. There's no way I could punch things out by right side up. It'd be like punching blindly, and that's pretty scary. So anyway, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to grab the little snowman guy. And there's actually 2 stamps in here for the snowman. You can see I have extra hearts in here too. So there's the snowman. But to get his little itty bitty scarf and stuff, we have an itty bitty stamp for that as well. And where did I put, there we go. Actually, let's do this. I almost lost this on the floor the other day. Don't do that. Be very careful. Because I'm going to warn you right now, I'm just going to stick it on my block so I don't lose it. These little pieces are really hard to find. Kind of crazy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and grab our Memento Black ink pad. This is a hacked version of Memento Black. So if it looks a little different, you're going, what in the heck is that? Yeah, I'm using what would be a white pigment ink pad that you can purchase from Stampin' Up, and I've made it into a Memento Black. Because I feel like this works better, this particular ink pad, with the photopolymer stamps. Okay, we're going to go ahead and clean him off. And then we're going to use... Now this is a bad habit that I have, and I always take a couple extra seconds out to do it, but I'm always putting my stamps back because, like I said, otherwise I will lose them. And once you do, you can't just order a stamp out of the pack or the stamp set. You have to order the whole set all over again. Ask me how I know, because I've only done that a few times. Okay, so I want to go ahead and, if you guys can see that. So this is like where his hat is going to go, and this is going to be around his neck. So let me see if I can, without putting my head into the camera, and hope for the best. Well, that's not too bad, considering. I'm going to put that away again before I lose it. All right. Cool beans. I even had things kind of together here just in case I made a mistake, but we're good. We're going to use the one that I did stamp. And then I also, here we go, I stamped that little jar topper, and that's a little harder to see when it's on colored cardstock, but line it up, punch it, you're golden, just like that. All right, so we'll use the one that we just punched. We'll use that one for later. I also, this is a carryover item as well. This is the Real Red and White Baker's Twine that we're going to use. And also, do you guys remember these? That was like, it was a hot mess trying to get a hold of these last year. Everybody wanted these. I think we have a good supply of them now, and they are carried over, I believe. And these are the Real Red and White adhesive back peppermints. And they're, of course, very Christmassy, so I thought we would use these today as well. All right, let's go back to our card here. Whoops. What I'm going to do is put this on with dimensionals, because you guys know me in dimensionals. Gotta have them on every card. It's just, you know. Okay, we're going to put that right there. Oh, you know what I forgot? I'm going to try to do it. We're going to go for it because I just feel saucy today. I'm a little daredevil. So this little guy right here, we're going to grab Pool Party. I completely forgot to do this. Okay, let's go for it. Let's try it. Ooh, so far so good. Yep, we like that. Okay, there we go. There we are. That's better. So he looks more snowy looking. Okay, wipe that off. Put that away. All right. So now what we want to do is put, I'm going to try this one, see if it, oh, it is. It's good. Okay. We're going to put a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue on the top. And stick that on there like so. And, excuse me, I have my mini glue dots, and we're going to stick this on, and then we're going to work on the sentiment next. Oops, I want to make sure there we go. And we're going to stick that down like so. How cute is that? And then we have this from the Stylish Shapes. I'm going to show you guys a little something here. So you notice there's like 2 rows of text. But if you look at the stamp, it's one long bit of text. So we're gonna play a little bit. I like to do this sometimes, and like this particular type of a sentiment is really easy to do it with. So what I'm going to do is we're going to basically stamp this twice, okay? But you have to be a little careful. I do have Post-it notes, whoops, that, oh goodness sakes, that are sticking to things. I could go ahead and cover like half of the stamp. If you're not feeling it and you want to make sure that when you ink up your stamp, you're only inking up a certain portion of it. But I'm feeling saucy today. We're going to try it without. You guys ready? So I'm going to ink Sending a Jar. And I'm going to go ahead, whoops, I'm going to move this up here so you guys can see this a little bit better. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it on the right-hand side because this part's going to be tucked underneath our jar. So I'm going to put that right about there. And then clean off your stamp. And then Full of Cheer. Can you guys see that okay? Let's see here. There we go. Boom! Oh, that came out not too bad. Okay. I was thinking I was just going to stamp the sentiment on the designer paper, but I thought, you know, it's a little dark. People won't be able to read that. But I really wanted this sentiment with this particular stamp. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop this down a little bit. Chop. Oh no! Just gave my haircut. And we're going to tuck this down underneath. Now I should have probably put, if I was thinking like I did on this one, the dimensionals more over on this side to tuck this in further. But you know what? It's all good. You could always just give it a little longer of a haircut yet if you wanted to. So there we go. Of course, though, we need to add these cute little peppermints. And where did my take your pick tool go? There we go. These are so stinking cute. I'm gonna put one here. I'm gonna go with rules of 3. Or odd numbers, I should say, not just rules of 3, but also odd numbers. And there we go, and that is card number 1. What do you guys think of that one? I think it's kind of fun. Like I said, something different and trying to reach for something as far as Christmassy designer series paper, I guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's grab all the goodies for card number 2. There we are. So there's the hearts, right? So it's Christmassy, but we've decided to add a little love to it as well. I'm going to grab my cheat sheet from underneath and grabbing all of our pieces here. We have Pool Party, Real Red, and Garden Green. In fact, I'm not sure about Pool Party, but I know Real Red for sure, and I believe Garden Green have been staples for a long, long time. But anyway, I ran this through the, what's the name of this thing? I can never remember. Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. So I ran it through that. What you could do if you wanted to, we have our 2-tone white core cardstock. You could run it through with that and sand it and get this to pop even more if you wanted to. That's always a lot of fun to do. It's a fun technique. I'm going to go ahead and put this green glue. Doesn't that sound funny? If you guys can hear that, I know I can. Anyway, I'm going to place this flat onto the card front. This is Pool Party, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to give you measurements. Oopsie. Pool Party's cut at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. We have our white, basic white liner, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. We'll glue that in a minute. This is covering the entire card front, and this is cut at 5.5 by 4 1/4. The nice thing about liquid glue is it gives you it gives you wiggle room as far as getting this on there straight. There we go. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and glue this inside piece, our liner for our card. Just like that. Okay. So on this one, I did try. I thought I'd be experimental. It's not like the easiest to read, I guess, but I still like it. And I wanted to use the garden green and the red together, and I felt this was a great way to incorporate it. All right, so let me grab this piece. So we're going to be layering a little bit. This piece is basic white, and this is cut at 4.5, I think. Let me see here again. Wait a minute, hold the phone. 4.5 by 3 1/4. Yeah, 4.5 by 3 1/4. The red designer series paper from the Regal's 6x6 collection. Hi, pretty. Thanks for jumping on and saying hello. This is cut at 5 by 1. And then we have the garden green piece out of the Regal's 6x6 DSP. And this is cut at 5 1/4 by 1/2. Isn't this a fun set? I love it. Also, like I said earlier, these were cut from the Elegance, oh my gosh. I have to think about this here. Hearts of Elegance dies is what we use for our hearts. Again, garden green and real red. We also have our basic white with Memento Black, and I went ahead, I stamped it and punched it already for the jar and the jar topper. We have our bow done already for us. I was like doing all that stuff ahead of time because otherwise I'm fumble fingers. Okay, so let's go ahead and start assembling. So first of all, what I want to do is I'm going to stamp the sentiment on this. And that is, may your heart be filled with joy. And grab that. I actually had to wash my blocks today. They were so full of gunk. They were awful. Even my glass mat was getting pretty yucky looking. Okay, I'm going to move the stuff so you guys can see me stamping. This I decided to keep as one long sentiment, and we're going to center it-ish onto this piece. I guess what I could have done is just use garden green cardstock and heat embossed it in white. Would have been kind of fun too and help it to pop a little bit more. But you know, you think of these things after the fact, right? Alrighty. So I'm going to bring my card. Oh, wait, we have more stamping to do. Hold the phone. So I need this one right there. There we go. Grab my block. And we are using, whoops, real red. And want to stamp so that these look like they're hanging right from the top of the jar, just like that. And again, I used Pool Party, And that cute little stamp that we used inside the jar with the snowman, we're going to use it again. Just 'cause we can. This little itty bitty guy. And we'll have one there, and we'll put one. There we go, just like that. Check that out. That's kind of fun. Okie dokie. The other thing I want to do is I want to color the jar topper, since we stamped it and punched it out with white. Basic white. Let's see here. Going to use our Stampin' Blends in Pool Party. And I'm not the best at coloring, but what I did find is using the dark on the edges, so it creates like a shadow, and then using the lighter color and go heavy on that, and then light in the middle. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I guess you can kind of sort of ish. In fact, I'm going to make these just a little bit darker. Whoops, I went outside the lines. Oh no. I am not the best person to color things, that's for sure. Oops, there we go. Okay, that's as good as it's going to get. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and adhere the top to our jar. And just like that. How cute is that? Adorbs. Okay. I'm going to attach this white piece with dimensionals. Whoops. They're sticking to my fingers and my fingernails. Alrighty. And we're going to place this in the middle-ish. And then we're going to take, that's the back side of it. Isn't that pretty? So this is Real Red in the Regal's collection of 6x6. And it looks almost like it's had salt put on it. You know, that technique is kind of cool. And then our piece with the sentiment on it. Make sure that when you stamp it, when you glue it down, that it's going the right direction and not upside down. Ask me how I know. All right, and I'm gonna center that kind of sorty. So this piece is meant to be a little bit longer than the Real Red. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a couple dimensionals just in the middle here, because we want to work on either side of the jar, tucking those hearts behind it. Let's see, where did I put those? Here they are, right where I put them. Oh my goodness. I think half the time that I'm crafting, I'm spending looking for where I put my stuff. Can you guys relate? It's like, where did I put that? I just had that here. Okay, so, whoops, oh my gosh. I got glue on my thumbnail and it's just like, everything wants to stick to it. Okay, we're gonna tuck this one down here like so. And I'm gonna put this one on the opposite side, like that. And then this heart, I'm going to attach with a dimensional. I'm going to put that there. And then, of course, bringing in the peppermints. Oh, and this. We got to attach this little guy, too. Abracadabra. Oh, there they are. My mini glue dots. I've noticed some people have a tendency to grab these and then try to put it to the object. I have artificial nails, so that does not work. So I'm always taking the object, pressing it to the glue dot. Hey, Lonnie. Hi, happy Sunday crafternoon. Thanks for stopping by the other day. It was really good to see you. I was razzing Lonnie and like, you never watch me on Sundays, but I get it. She's got family and stuff, and Sundays are very busy for her. She has an awesome family too. Okay, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and I think I'll put this one here. And then we'll grab another little itty bitty guy. We'll put him here. There, just like that. Okay, so that's card number 2 of 3. Are you guys ready for a fun fold? Brace yourself. For those of you who love fun folds and would like measurements, I'm going to give you a second to go ahead and grab a pencil and paper so that you can write down the measurements on it. Grab these, get them out of the way. And let's see, I'm going to put this away first. And then I have to take everything off of the tool that I need to use next. Oh my goodness sakes, why do I do that? I did this last week too. Anyway, let's put this away before I lose it, first of all. And get the stuff off. So the main tool you're going to want next would be your paper trimmer. Let's see, I'm going to put this over here and these over here. Oh my gosh. And we'll put this right there. Just remind me, you guys, I just put my stamp set behind me on the thing that I used to photograph my my cards. So if I'm looking for it, I'm like, you guys help me where I put it. You can tell me. Okay. Here is our fun fold for today. So this is called, what is this called? An easy step fun fold. So when you have it standing upright, I know it's hard to see, and give you all different angles here. This is what we're going to hopefully come out with when we're done. Oh my goodness. I know I need to get down there. I'm thinking next week, Lonnie, because I need to get these things done before the event I'm going to soon. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of stuff here, you guys. So this is the first thing. You might want to take a screenshot of this, or if you're watching this as a replay, taking a screenshot of it. This is a piece of 4 1/4 by 11. Now it looks a little goofy, and I got a lot of measurements on here, so I'm going to go ahead and show you this first. These are going to obviously stick up. And then there's a measurement for the back, which actually should be meant for the inside of this. I've also scribbled these little notes. If you can read my awful writing, you might want to screenshot this. Thanks, Lisa. So this will help you guys as well. So let's see if we can do this live, shall we? If not, at least I have this one to, to show you. But again, I was trying to figure out how am I going to make this look Christmassy without having actual Christmas Designer Series paper. So this again is the Designer Series paper from the Regal's 6x6 pack of paper. And we have this cute little stamp. I wanted to use as many of the stamps in the stamp set that I could for this live. And of course, this is our third and final sentiment out of that stamp set as well. The circle is from the Stylish Shapes. So it has that cute little stitching on the edge. And yeah, and I've colored these. I don't think I did. Oh, I think I might have already. I colored these with the Crumb Cake, light and dark, Stampin' Blends. Okay. All right. Whew. Let's take a deep breath here. See if we can do this correctly. So I have all my bits and pieces. In fact, I did stamp And I'm going to show you guys this. The gingerbread guy, I know I didn't line it up perfectly, but that's okay. It's handmade, right? But there's actually 2 stamps. So the main stamp I stamped in crumb cake, I believe. I have to look at my cheat sheet. And then I also, for the second stamp that does the little extra hints of finishing touches, I should say, this is in real red. And if I bring the stamp set over again, I can show you. So there's this stamp, and then which was in crumb cake, and then I stamped this in real red. And it's easiest to line it up between the buttons on his belly and his little bow tie. And this right here is what helped me try to line it up the best. Okay, because I knew it was going to take me a few minutes to show you guys the directions on how to cut the paper. So I thought some of this stuff I better have done in advance. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just stamp the stuff and color the little tops for the jar. Okay, so we're going to bring over our paper trimmer. And I'm going to read my directions and hopefully not mess this up. I'm going to move this right out of the way. Okie dokie. So if you guys have our paper trimmer, you'll notice not only are there measurements along the top, but there are also measurements along this clear piece that guides your both your cutter and your score blade, which is not really a blade, but we call it a blade because what else are you going to call it? Score thing. It's a score thing. I don't know. Call me crazy. So what we're going to do with this 4 1/4 by 11 piece of paper, notice I haven't pre-scored it at all. It's just a piece of 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to use the right-hand side of the paper trimmer because there's measurements up to 1.5 inches. So we're going to take this piece and line it up to the 1-inch mark. Now, once we do this, we're going to flip it and do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So what I want to do is take my blade, the cutter, and we're going to measure from, this is going to be tricky, I can see that already, from 4 1/2 to 10 inches. So the 4 1/2 mark, 4 1/2, which is right here. And I'm going to go down to, oh, I should not have zoomed in so much, down to the 10-inch mark. So 4 1/2 to 10. So 4 1/2 down to 10. Okay. And then we're going to flip it, go the 1-inch mark. It's going to be like a mirror. We're going to go to 4 1/2. Where is it here? Without getting my head in the middle of this. Okay. 4 1/2, and again, down to 10. All right. So you have this goofy looking thing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this, so this is the longer area that has no cut in it. Whereas down here, it's closer to the edge with the cut. Can you guys see that? There you go. Okay, so this area in here, we're gonna put into our trimmer again. And let's see here, where is, okay, we got this. So at the 4 1/2 inch mark on the top, we're going to take our score thingy. I crack me up. And we are going to score from the edge to that first cut line. And then we're going to lift this up and score from the edge to the score line. Okay, you guys with me so far? So we didn't score all the way across. And then, I'm going to move this right out of the way here for a minute. We're going to score it again at the 5.5 inch mark. Did I do this right? No, oh no, I did the wrong way. Shoot, well, we're gonna wing this. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, all right. So, don't do what I just did. What you're gonna do, we need to score from the side closest to the edge that we've cut, not the largest. I should have known, I was looking right at it. Okay, yeah. I knew that this was gonna be tricky. Anyway, so we're gonna pretend that those score marks aren't there and see how this turns out. So once again, the first score line, from the edge to the cut, cut to the edge. So we're gonna score, skip, score at the 4.5 inch mark. Oy, oy. Okay, there and there. And then at the 5 inch mark, we're going to score in the middle. So between the cuts, so just the middle section. And then at 9 inches and 10 inches, we're going to again score from the edge. Oh, did I really mess this up or what? Oh, I'm kind of questioning myself. Oh my gosh. Now I'm scared. And the 10 inch mark, just on the outer edge. Well, let's hope for the best, you guys. Let's see what we come up with. You know, I actually did this thing like 4 times, and it wasn't the first time that I've messed it up. So yeah, we're gonna pretend that these aren't here, because like I said, that was our boo-boo. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to get this paper to fold. You gotta play with it just a little bit. Okay, like that. Oh, Lordy, did I mess this up again? Did I just not really? All right, the 10 inch mark. Must not have pushed hard enough or what? Oh, Lordy. Okay, 10 inch again. Yeah, it didn't. At that point, I was flipping out. It didn't really score it really well. There we go. Okay. All right. Now I think we're cooking with gas. Lordy, I hope so. Okay. Oh, seriously. Okay. I can't help but laugh at myself, you guys. Like, really? Why? What? You're like, okay, I'm out of here. Dawn's crazy. She does not know what she's doing. Okay, let's do this again. Let me grab another piece. Now, I am determined to conquer this. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start again with a piece of crumb cake. 4 1/4 by 11. Oh, and again, we're going to measure to 1 inch. This part I know I've done correctly. We're going to take our score blade from the 4.5 inch down to the 10. And I bet you guys can't see that. Okay, and then we're going to flip it. Go the 1 inch mark at the top again, over on your right hand side. Take your blade, go to the 4.5 inch mark, down to the 10. Okay, all right. I know you guys are yelling at me. I know you are. You're like, Dawn, what are you doing? I really don't know what I'm doing. Okay. For some reason, this should have been a sign that when I made this 4 times the other day, that I should have probably picked something different than this one, because my brain doesn't work with these. But I've challenged myself to do this, a fun fold every week. And I really like this fold. I do. But you know, okay. Now we're going to put it in landscape mode and score at 4.5 on the 2 outside edges. So I'm going to take my sample. And I want to see something here, because now, okay. Oh, I was right. Okay. Okay. So I am starting. See, I question myself. I know you're laughing, Lon. I know. But I tell you what, it is a little tricky when you're doing something online. And you know that people are watching you and you're sweating like a mad woman, thinking, okay, I have to look like I know what I'm doing. Okay, so we are taking the side that is not as close to the cutting. We're going to go to 4.5 inches. We're going to take our score thingy. We're going to go to where we cut. So it's about just 1 inch there. And also, we're going to lift it up and score this side to the edge. And then we're going to go to 5.5, and we're going to score the middle. So this guy right here, I think we got it now, you guys. I conquered it. I'm so excited. And then we're going to go to the 9 inch. So you have to stick your arm out here. The 9 inch, and we're going to go edge to 1 inch. And again, edge to 1 inch. And then the 10-inch mark. Again, we're going to start from the top so it all looks uniform, right? The edge to the 1 inch. Lift this up, the edge to 1 inch. Whew, okay, all right. We got this. I know we do. I'm surprised you guys are still here with me. Probably you're here because you are laughing your buns off. And you know what? That's good. Because if I can at least bring joy to your world today by having chaos with my, then this is a good thing. Okay, so bend and bend and do. There we go. You guys, we got it. I'm so excited. Look at that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness I doubled on the deodorant today because I am sweating bullets. I do this because I love you so much. No, I'm teasing you guys. Oh, but there we go. So the trick is when you do start your scoring, do start on the area that has not all this action with the cutting this direction, okay? The larger area without the slices and dices in the middle. We good? Okay. The rest of this is going to be a piece of cake, I promise. Whew, goodness. And then where is... want to grab my measurements here. Wow, that was really scary. Whew. I am seriously sweating, you guys. Oh, Lordy be. Okay, so the measurements for this, of course, I don't have them. Oh, here they are. They're on my sample thingy. So as far as measurements for your designer series paper, for both ends here, it'll be 3/4 by 4 1/4 on this side and this side. And then for your middle, it'll be 2 by 4 1/4. See, I really was prepared. I really was. And then this piece down here is 4 by 3/4 inch if you want to deck it out with all your DSP. Okay. Woo-wee. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and just glue because this I know how to do very well. Folds, not so much. That's apparent. Oh my goodness sakes. Lordy. In fact, I think when Lonnie was here, this is what I was working on. right before she popped by to say hello. Okay, there's that. And whoops, and this piece here, which I'm gonna go ahead and line it up that way. That's easier for me to see it. Okay, this is looking like a card. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I think I need to turn up my AC. Oh, Lordy. But you know, I could have just said, here's the sample, you're good to go. But no. I was going to conquer this no matter what. Okay, there we go. Cool. And then this here, I wasn't thinking when I put, and I'm just going to show it to you guys because I'm real. You know, I make errors all the time, obviously. I put this on the back as far as, and it's not a big deal, but this is a layer of 4 by 4.25, I believe. Let me see, what did I, yeah, 4 by 4.25, and then 3 3/4 by 4, respectively, with the real red and the basic white. I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. And by the way, because they're an inch, not even an inch, well, you know what I mean, a 1/2 inch as far as which direction, I made a little itty bitty arrow to remind me that it goes up, and the same with this. So this way it goes up and down, because Lord help me, I apparently need it. Okay, there we go. So what I did is I put this on the back. Now, if you have a lot to say, you can put it on the back, or you can just do it because you want. But it's actually supposed to go inside the card. But if you also wanted to do it on the back, you could. Like I said, if you have a lot to say, why not? I am going to put this one inside the card. And again, it goes up and down this direction. So I don't have to think, because I obviously really was thinking a couple minutes ago. And then we have our 2 jars. I'm going to go ahead and glue the tops to the jar. All right. There we go. There we are. Just like so. And I need the sentiment. Wishing you the sweetest Christmas. And I'm going to use real red. Boy, it's a good thing we only did 3 cards today. But I had you guys here all afternoon. Holy moly. Okay. Like so. Perfect. Clean that off before it looks like I cut myself getting red ink on my arm. And what I'm going to do is attach these. First of all, I want to put this one on the left-hand side. Notice I only put glue on the right-hand side of this. We don't want to put it over here. After you've done all that work to figure out the fold, the last thing that you want to do is glue your card shut. So yeah, don't do that. That would be really bad. And then for this one, we're going to go ahead and put this on with dimensionals. We're only going to put dimensionals on this side, which is the left-hand side of this jar. Because again, unless you want to give it to a frenemy and tell them to try to open your card while you're laughing, you don't want to glue that shut. That would be really, really sad. After all that work, right? Okay, and then I actually had an extra just in case I made a mistake. I'm going to attach this with dimensionals as well. I have to say, this is probably going to be one of those Facebook Lives I'll never forget. I'm going to go ahead and attach that. And then we need glue dots to attach my bow. Let's see, where did that go? These little guys are so hard to find on here. The light has to hit it just right. And attach that. And again, we want to go ahead and add these as well. And where did my take your pick tool go? It ran off on me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we'll just grab this. This pokey tool right here has been a part of my stash in my creative stuff since I used to make altered books way back. This thing, yeah, this is like history right here. Back in the 90s when I used to go down to, for those of you who are in Michigan, you'll know, go down to Grand Rapids just for Altered Book Club, and we would make signatures in our books and we would poke them manually with the I call it my pokey tool. So that's been around with me a lot of years. All right, whew, we got through that. So this is card number 3. I'm going to go ahead one more time so you guys can see the mechanics, if you will, of the card. So once again, 4 1/4 by 11. When you start your scoring at 4 1/2 inches, you're going to start on the side that doesn't have this as close to the edge. Does that make sense? So where you sliced in the middle, this is where you're gonna boop, put it in to, to your trimmer and start doing your score lines at 4 1/2 on the outside, 5 1/2 in the middle only, and then 9 inches on the edge only, and 10 inches on the edges only in there. And then carefully fold it, ta-da, just like that. And once again, these are the measurements, since I was really goofing you guys up here. Sorry about that. So these are the measurements for your designer series paper. And then this is the measurement that you'll want, whether you want to put it on the back, the entire back of the card, is if you want to do more stamping and a sentiment and writing, or also on the inside of your card. And then here again, in case you didn't get it before, a screenshot of that, because hopefully that will make more sense now that I actually accomplished this. Whew, that was a lot of work today, wasn't it, you guys? But I love you. I love you hanging out with me and hanging through that hot mess with me. Hi, Lisa. Happy Sunday crafternoon. It's good to see you. So let's bring back what we did today. Let's see here. Make sure you guys have that information. Bring back all 3 cards. So we have this one and this one and this one here. Woo-wee. And once again, just to remind you guys, in case you do want to grab some things at my online store with the $75 minimum order before shipping and tax, I will send you that bundle of the month video tutorial. And this month up until the end of July, we'll be featuring Sunshine Vibes. And then on April 1st, which is coming up like no tomorrow, we'll be featuring a new bundle of the month. So if you're collecting them, like I know some of you are, make sure to stay tuned for that. And for us as demonstrators, starting August 5th, we will be able to pre-order products from our new upcoming September online exclusives and the holiday mini catalog. So excited about that. But anyway, thanks you guys for hanging out with me today. And once again, I apologize for the craziness of this fun fold, but we did get through it. And I'm going to give myself a pat on the back too. Good job, Dawn. All right. I will see you guys next week, same time, same place, 1 p.m. Eastern, right here on my Facebook page. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.